Okay, some of y'all aren't actually lazy, you're just mentally like you're fried. You wake up tired, you scroll on your phone for like 2 3 hours, you might hate your job, hate your school, or like what you're doing at school, or like your general life situation, and you start feeling bad about yourself, or like maybe putting yourself down because you can't actually lock in and do the stuff that you want to do, even though it's a big want for you. Like, you know, you should be doing it, and you want to do it to, you know, get to your end goal or get to one of your goals, but you just can't lock in. And it's honestly, it makes sense. Like, you really shouldn't be putting yourself down. You just gotta make it more approachable to what you're doing. Like, the hardest part of locking in is doing it when you are mentally exhausted, like your brain already tapped out. Like, anybody can grind when they're like highly motivated, well rested, well taken care of, you know what I mean, like nurtured. The real test is what you can do when you're like cooked, when you're fried. It's not just about being tired, like it's just like mental overstimulation, like short form content. I would say probably majority of the people watching this have some sort of addiction to their phone or to the internet. This is why so many people are depressed also, because, well, one, because of comparison, two, because of just like the constant bombardment with other people's lives. Like, we're knowing stuff that we're not supposed to know about each other, and no one has never knew this amount of information about each other in human history before. So it's just overstimulating. Like, not only do we have like our news to deal with, what's going on in our local town, we have like state news, then we have like countrywide, nationwide news, then we have global news. Like, it's a lot of stuff that can go wrong in each little sector or whatever, and we can absorb that. Not only like that, just like the news that we're absorbing, we're also absorbing people's stories. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but like, people get on here every day and tell like the saddest story you've ever heard, the most traumatizing thing you've ever heard in your entire life. Not to say they don't need to do that, because they're obviously doing it to get some type of either awareness, to get other people out of a similar situation than they were in or they are in, or they genuinely need help and a way out. And like, you can do that by clicking and sharing their video. You don't have to even give them money. Like, the algorithm, the app gives them money just from you watching. Like, your attention span is the currency. But like, not only that, it's like constant comparison. Because we have access to so many people, so many different lifestyles, cultures, like everything, there is a comparison. You see people your age either doing stuff you never dreamed of, or just living the exact life you want to live. Like, maybe exactly what you envisioned is like, you go on Instagram and you see somebody your age, maybe even from your own state, and they're living the life that you literally envisioned for yourself. So it's like constant comparison. Like, that's draining, whether it's like people online or like your family members. Like, maybe you're not the golden child or whatever, and you're being constantly compared to your siblings or like your other family members, like your cousins or something. Not even just your own comparison of like you versus other people, but maybe your family or your friends might be pushing comparisons onto you, which you hadn't even considered yet. It's kind of hard to not have this type of existential dread just embedded into you with the way the world looks, like the way your future is predicted about in the news and stuff. and the reality that you're facing, like, it's kind of hard not to do that. And I feel like most people my age that I talk to kind of have this. I do too. It's kind of hard to get over that. The way I kind of handle it is like, whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. Like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, kind of. Like, it's gonna happen no matter what. Like, we're already cooked. Why be cooked and like do something that you don't like? You know what I mean? Like, it's already cooked from the start, so you might as well just follow your dream, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Because of like the constant comparison and stuff, like, you might be feeling behind in your life. I feel like you change a lot in your 20s. I feel like maybe a 180. Like, I kind of did a 180 outlook on life. Like, I was always like ambitious, but I feel like the goals that I had when I was much younger, like maybe like 19, 20, I feel like those goals are like goals that I came out of high school with, that I wasn't really interested in. I feel like I had those goals because they like sound good, not because I genuinely wanted to do it. Or that might not be true. I could have thought, like, I think the goals that I had, I really did think they were cool, and it would be cool for a person to do that. But even cooler if I was a person to do that. But part of my goal was like going to med school and stuff, and I know in my heart of hearts that I never wanted to go to med school. So like, I don't know why I had this like weird idea. I think it was partly because I was watching Grey's Anatomy, so I really wanted to become like a heart surgeon. So that was kind of weird. Social media is really frying our attention span, and you're going to work and school and you might not have any emotional connection to it. Like, you go to school because you have to, and then you go to work largely because you have to, and it's like, you have stuff to buy, you have to pay for certain stuff. Like, you were born on this earth, you have to pay to live here, basically. So like, if you're in a constant cycle of like scrolling all the time about thousands of people's lives who you don't actually care about, but you're absorbing it in the moment, and then like scrolling and like forgetting it, but you still have like the emotional weight of whatever the information is that you absorbed at that time, whether you remember the information or not, you still have like the emotional weight of whatever that was. And because these, even if it's like funny videos, like, the neurological damage that it's doing is kind of insane, because even watching those videos is making it harder for people to talk, like to say full sentences and like comprehend things, and even just absorb like long form content like this. Like, if you're watching now or at probably the 10-minute mark, this is kind of long form content, but let's be serious. Like, can you sit down for an hour and focus on something besides scrolling on your phone? It's very hard to do that in this day and age, especially if you're a person that really doesn't have a hobby that they're passionate about. Like, you don't do anything really outside of social media. Like, you kind of just go work, school, and then you scroll. You really do need a hobby. I can't stress this enough. You need a hobby, whether it's something that you were passionate about as a child and you need to get back into that, or if it's something new that you've seen and you thought was cool. Whatever that thing is, like, you really need to get into that and try it. Like, we're walking around feeling like numb to the world, because we kind of have, especially if you're my age range, you kind of have like a hopeless outlook on life. But I mean, there is hope, even though it's like sparse, that you can make it, whatever your definition of that is. But I still think you should try. Like, most people think they need more discipline when they actually need less chaos. Like, you need to subtract some things from your life, whether that's people or like phone addiction, like movies, like Netflix, like infinite amount of entertainment, the like constant bad news. Like consume news as you need to, maybe in your local areas, like to watch out for certain stuff, but keep it at a minimum. Also, people in your life, if they're always bringing you like negative gossip too, you need to dead that. I'm not saying you need to cut them out of your life, but you need to let them know that you move in different and you don't want to talk about that. Like, talk about something else. Like, don't let people be negative around you, because you are what you attract, for one. So if you're trying to change your life, the people around you is probably on the same type of timing that you was on. And if you're not trying to be on that type of timing anymore, like, you gotta let them know so they can act accordingly around you. And I'm gonna be honest, like, you gotta keep a G and try not to compare yourself with anybody, because a lot of these people are lying and living fake lives online. Like, keep in mind that you don't know them. Like, that could be a rental car. Like, you literally don't know. I'm not saying assume everybody's lying, but take that as a grain of salt, whatever you see about anyone online, because who knows if it's true. Unless you know that person, like, you really will never know like what they do. And I feel like if you are knowing what somebody else is doing and if they faking or not, like, you're not paying enough attention to your own life if you focus on whether something is real or not online about somebody else's life. Who cares? Unless they giving you money, who cares what they doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. Like, these people online don't matter. Like, you don't know them. You can appreciate some people that's dropping knowledge and that's helping you in your daily life, like that. Now, as for like the flashy stuff, keep that as motivation, not as a comparison, like a hindrance on yourself that you haven't reached those limits yet. If anything, use that as motivation. Like, use that content that people are like flexing their money and their cars and stuff, like their adventures that they're doing. Use that as motivation to do your like vision board. Like, put them on your vision board, but don't feed into it. Don't say, oh, I should be doing that. No, you're your own person. You will get yours in your own time. What is made for you will come to you and won't miss you. If it's made for you, it won't miss you. You really just gotta limit the social media intake. Like, your brain was not made to ingest 700 variations of different people's lives. Like, you're just not made to handle that. And you especially should not be doing that first thing in the morning. That's one of the worst things you could do to your brain in the morning. And it's not going to be easy. Like, nobody feels like doing the work. Yes, there are some weird, strange people that do like the pain of doing the work, but being honest, successful people aren't like magically motivated. Like, they're still human beings. They get up, they don't want to do stuff every day, but they do it because they want that end goal. It's not like you always fall in love with the process. Like, there's people that are like shredded and they do not like going to the gym. It's just what they do because they know they want that end goal. Like, they have the discipline to do it. Even if they don't do it 100%, like they have a bad day in the gym, like at the very least they still tried. That's the point. Like, you have to move while you're confused, move while you're sad, move while you're exhausted. You just have to keep trying anyways. Like, motivation will come after the movement. Like, after you see proof, you'll have the confidence to keep going. You'll have the confidence to say, hey, this is actually working. Let me lock in even more and do this. You know what I mean? Locking in is not a feeling, it's an identity. You do or you don't. You just have to have the strength to do it even when you don't feel like doing it. And you have to make the things that you do easier for you to enter. You set yourself up at night to be able to do the stuff in the daytime. Like, you clean your room a little bit, you straighten up before you go to bed. If you set the timer, like, oh, I'm just gonna do it for 10 minutes. Once the timer is over, then you can decide if you want to keep doing the task or not. You're probably going to keep doing it because it's harder to change states. And that's what gets a lot of people in that procrastination stage, because it's harder to change states. I don't know if you guys identify with this, but like, getting in the shower, like you probably like being in the shower, like being in the shower is fun, but the before state of needing to shower and then like mentally, oh, I need to shower, and then you might be in the middle of something else, and like that transitioning part, once you get faster at transitioning tasks, it'll become much smoother being able to complete things. And the way to do that is just like, as soon as you think about it, do it. Or like write lists for yourself at night and do it the next day. And just like as soon as you're done with one thing, look at the list, see what you need to do next. That's an easy way to like get yourself out of the bargaining stage when you're transitioning tasks, because it reduces the mental load of having to think about, oh, what to do next, and then convincing yourself to do it. Don't expect the world from yourself. Like, write down stuff that is doable, like little stuff. Like, you can either start with your big goal and then break it down to daily steps, or the daily stuff that you need to do that you're not doing, just write that down. Don't try to like change your life in one night. Keep it small, like keep your stuff achievable so that you can work yourself up to doing the hardest thing or the biggest thing on your list. You keep trying to transform your life in one night, and it's not helping, because you need to improve yourself to be able to have control to even transform your life, if that makes sense. You need a reason that is bigger than comfort. Like, humans cling to what is comfortable, so whatever you're doing now is whatever you're comfortable with. We're very good at adapting, but we like and we seek out comfort. Like, if you go to Taco Bell every day after work, like, you don't want to keep going to Taco Bell every day after work. Yes, you can adapt. If you were in a situation where you couldn't have any junk food, or like in a house that was full of like healthy food and stuff, that's what you would begin to look forward to. Like, it's not accessible. You have to make doing the bad things harder for you to do. Deleting DoorDash or something so that you have to go get your phone, or like not having your card saved on Amazon so you can't randomly spend money. It makes it harder to spend money because it's like more work to add your card every time, and you don't want to have your card. You don't want to get up to get with the wallet to look at it. You know what I mean? You gotta make doing the hard stuff easier than doing the stuff that's keeping you stuck where you are. And use where you are as fuel to get to where you want to be. Being broke isn't fun. Feeling invisible isn't fun. Wasting potential isn't fun. Hating your current life is not fun. Instead of suppressing that down and just trying to keep it cool, use that to give you the energy to do the hard stuff that you don't want to do every day, because nothing's gonna change if you don't change. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you keep doing the same stuff, you're gonna keep getting the same results. So use it. Romanticize your comeback art. Like, it's you season, it's your winning season. Some people heal softly, other people survive through obsession. I'm kind of like obsessive of the stuff that I'm into. That's why it's really hard for me to do stuff that I'm not actively obsessed or passionate about. Like, when I was going to the gym, like every day. Like, I was in the gym at 3 a.m. because it was just more fun at that time. Like, I was obsessed with it. Be serious. Imagine yourself 5-10 years from now if you do the exact same things that you do every day right now. What does that look like for you? Same habits, same room, same house, same mindset. Like, think about it. What happens if you actually lock in for 6 months to a year? Like, if you actually locked in for a year, how would your life change in the next 3 years? Like, how would that look for you? Do you like what you see? Compare and contrast your life if you act the same exact way that you act now for the next 5 years. Versus if you lock in starting right now, starting this month, starting this week, if you lock in for a year. Like, think about what you can do if you lock in for a year. Or if you lock in for 6 months, like, think about where you'll be, what it'll look like, what it'll smell like, what it'll sound like, what it'll feel like. You can't rely solely on motivation. The motivation will not be there. The goal will always be there. The idea will always be there. You gotta create a system, like, keep your phone away from you while you're doing whatever task you need to do. Develop a sleep schedule and stick to it. Go to the gym at the same time every day. Like, create a routine for you, because humans are really good at adapting. So if you actually create a routine and stick to it, it will be easier to accomplish just because you're used to doing it. Right now, you're used to doom scrolling when you wake up. You're used to running late to work every day. Like, you're used to eating BS for lunch every day. If you develop a schedule, no, it will not be easy. Maybe you do have to start baby steps, like, just take away one thing. Don't go on your phone the first hour of the day. Like, even if you start with something little like that, it'll compound and you'll be able to add more positive things or restrictions later. Try your best to remove distractions and make the barrier to entry for the hard tasks easy. If you want to, like, take art serious, like, keep your art stuff, keep your brushes, your paints, like, out so that it'll be easily accessible for you to do it. Make doing the thing easier to do. Discipline is easier when your environment stops fighting you. So instead of trying to fight the urge to eat the Doritos that you have in the kitchen, don't buy the Doritos. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta manage your energy more than you can manage your time. Like, time is limited. We all say we don't have time. We do have time. You just have to figure out how and when to do stuff to make it easier for you. Like, you have to get good sleep, you have to eat good food, you have to move, like, get sunlight, and you have to take breaks. Don't force it if it's not there. Do not force it. Take your breaks. Even if it's like you're doing your task for 20 minutes, you get bored, do a different task for 10 minutes. If you get bored and the work that you're doing stops being effective, and that depends on what task you're doing. Also, you literally have to limit your phone. Like, you can't clock in a 4-hour shift on Instagram every day and think you're gonna have enough time. You're not gonna have enough time. You're using it wrong. Everything is so instant nowadays that it is hard. It is genuinely hard for your brain to enjoy doing the task. Overstimulation makes normal everyday tasks feel absolutely gut-wrenchingly boring. You need to do a social media cleanse. Like, you can't start doing that. And stop being so mean to yourself. Like, it's not going to be easy. It's okay if you mess up. Just get yourself up and try again. Like Aaliyah said, like, dust yourself off and try again. Like, it's not crazy. Like, stop calling yourself lazy. Like, stop the negative self-talk, because you are going to believe yourself if you keep talking negatively about yourself, which is going to make it harder for you to do the task. Like, you are someone who does hard things. Tell yourself that. Do not tell yourself that you're lazy. Like, your identity and how you feel about yourself becomes self-fulfilling. So if you feel like you're a lazy POS, you end up being a lazy POS. If you feel like you're a productive member of society who gets stuff done and loves their life, you're gonna end up being that. You reinforce failure mentality if you keep talking negatively about yourself. If you fail, it's okay. Get up and try again the next day. It will be better. Hopefully. If it's not, whatever, try again. But don't stop trying, because you will never get better. You can't get better at something if you don't try to do it. You'll never be Picasso unless you try to be Picasso. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you stop, there will be no Picasso. You can't reach your Picasso. Like, instead of saying, oh, I'm a failure, I can't do this is too difficult, like, refocus. I'm transitioning. I'm becoming better. I'm learning. I'm gaining more skills. Like, It's okay. You never start from zero. You can only start with the knowledge that you already have. So if you fail, you know that you can do it again because you tried the first time. Pretend like you're dating yourself. Like, would you want to talk to somebody who talks the way that you talk to yourself? Like, you wouldn't want to talk to them if they have such a negative view on themselves. Like, you wouldn't let anybody talk to you like that. So why would you let yourself talk to you like that? Like, lock in. Be for real. You gotta become somebody that you respect. You gotta stick to your word. Do the stuff you say you're gonna do. Keep the promises to yourself. Confidence is built by doing the hard things, whether it's easy or not, and like surviving on the other side. Like, nobody's coming to save you. You have to be there for yourself. You can't let the world beat you up and then also gang up and beat yourself up. Like, you have to lock in. You either keep decomposing in comfort, or you rebuild yourself one decision at a time, because Rome was not built in a day. If you're fried, it's okay. Even a burnt forest can grow back.